welcome to Spiritual Talks with Gerald. I am your host, Gerald. And stay seated because this is going to be another great session, another great talk where you can expect to be enlightened from modern topics on a spiritual foundation. All right, and we're going to head over into our this is our first episode. And it's going to be, what is your escape plan? What's your escape plan? Like, how do you plan on escaping this thing? This marriage, this abusive relationship that you just can't get away from, this job that it just doesn't serve you anymore. All of these things that are just bogging you down. What is the escape plan? Because you can do this. You do not have to continue to be stressed out every day. You can escape. And I'm going to give you some tools and some techniques and strategies today to escape, like I did one day. You know, I a little bit of history. I started working really early, and my first job was a grocer at a supermarket store, and I begged my parents to let me work. I'm like, please let me work. And they're like, why do you want to work? Which was weird. They're like, I've never been questioned why I wanted to work, but my parents were very adamant on asking me why I felt like I needed a job. And at that time, I just felt like, I think I was 15, 16. I was like, I just want money. And they're like, well, we'll give you money. What do you need money for? And I'm like, you guys really don't want me to have a job. Like, I thought they didn't want me to be independent. That's what I thought. I thought they wanted me to be self-sufficient. This was like a power trip where they could control me and decide what I can do and how much I can do. And to some degree, in all transparency, looking back at it, I do think that, yeah, a part of that was control. But I also think that my parents didn't want me to be fascinated with working. They wanted me more so to be fascinated with becoming. And there's this great quote by a great man named Jim Rohn. Great man. He says, you don't plan to fail. You just fail to make a plan. And that's what this is about. This is about planning. This is about being intentional with your life. This is about being purposeful with yourself, becoming. Jim Rohn said, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. So my parents were trying to teach me, don't be so fascinated with working so hard and working for someone and just, why are you so caught up in this work thing? And I'm like, this is so weird. Like, my parents are somewhat successful and they're talking to me about work like it's, not great. And that really gave me freedom to focus on myself. And I think escaping from whatever it is that you're going through, whether it's, the job or the marriage or the relationship or the neighborhood or whatever it is that you're trying to escape from, just know that there's freedom on the other side. You don't have to suffer unless it feels good. You can set your intentions on escaping and moving away from whatever is not serving you, whatever is not adding value, whether it be people, places, or things. You can escape, but you have to be intentional. No one ever arrives anywhere accidentally. So we must start being intentional. And that's the first thing. I'm going to give you 4 keys today. 4 key steps. So if you're a note taker, this is where you might want to grab a notepad or take verbal notes or whatnot, audio notes, whatever you do. But the first thing you want to do when you're creating your escape plan, it sounds so devious, right? The first thing you want to do when you're setting up your escape plan, you want to set your intentions on escaping, on getting out. You want to be like, you know what? I am going to get out of this thing. That's the first thing. You have to make a decision. People always ask me, Gerald, how do you just get things done? How do you just you put something in front of you and I'm such a procrastinator, Gerald. And people don't know this about me. Hey guys, I'll tell you something. I am a procrastinator sometimes. I procrastinated on starting this podcast. I was like, oh my God, what if this doesn't work? What if people don't want to hear me? And it's like, this is so much bigger than me. And I don't know who you're fighting for, but this is bigger than you. You escaping from this job, this relationship, this trauma, whatever it is that has you suffering, this is bigger than you. When you come out on the other side of this, everybody wins. The community wins. Your kids win. Your mother wins. Your father wins. Life wins. You win. You win. When you make the decision to escape. The second thing you can do when you're creating your masterful escape plan from whatever it is that's bogging you down, you need to be deliberate about your creation on who, what, when, where, and how. You need to be a deliberate creator. Deliberately create. Like you deliberately found me on this podcast because you were looking for clues, looking for a light, just give me something. Whoever's found this, you've asked the universe, just show me how to get out of this and I swear I'm going to leave. Show me how to be a better person and I swear I'm going to be better. Show me how to be a better mom and I swear I'm going to do it. Show me how to just give me the keys. And guess what? You found me on Spiritual Talks with Gerald. And if this is adding value, I want you guys to go and follow me. Go and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. I'm everywhere. Gerald Fears. If this is adding value and you feel like someone needs to hear this, someone needs to escape, you know that this could add value to people, please like, share, and subscribe this. As we go to number 3, on your masterful escape plan, what is your escape plan? Number 3. First, what's number 1? Let's go back. Number 1, setting my intentions on escaping, on getting out. Number 2, I'm being deliberate about how I'm going to do this. I'm setting plans. I'm setting things in motion. I'm looking at a different job. I'm looking at a different apartment to leave my abusive relationship. I'm looking at a different neighborhood because this is bad for my kids. I'm looking at a different school because their behavior is bad because of the kids that are there, or et cetera, et cetera. I'm looking for a better relationship, so I'm having emotional connections with her. You are being deliberate about escaping and moving forward. That's the second thing. Number 3 is taking the time to meditate. And I don't mean meditate as in sit down, cross your legs and traditional. I mean close your eyes. Find somewhere quiet. Typically it's your bathroom or your closet. Find somewhere quiet and imagine what life is going to be like when you escape from whatever it is that you're going through. This is the third thing you're going to do. Take time and dream and imagine what your life is going to be like. There's this verse in the Bible, and it says, be still and know. And that's what if people understood the simplicity of meditation, it's just being still and knowing that God, the universe, has your back. Be still and know. Take time and meditate and be still. Let your mind be still and know that God and the universe has you right in the palm, in the crater, and you're okay. And you're going to be okay. And you need to dream what that looks like. And when I mean dream, I mean close your eyes and see it. What does it smell like? What does that new house look like? What does that new car smell like? What does that new job feel like walking in? What does that new neighborhood feel like driving in? What does that new relationship feel like? Close your eyes and imagine that. And be still and know. Be still and know that you're right where you're supposed to be and you're moving forward. Number 4, on making your escape plan. Make your moves daily. Take control of your focus. When you really, really want to get something done, every little thing counts. Every little step counts. Someone told me, they said, Gerald, I really love this thing about you. Like, you set something in front of you, and like in no time, you every day you're just doing a little something. And that's what you need to do on your escape plan. Every day you need to do a little something. Make your moves daily. Every day, make a little bit of a progression towards escaping. Go on Google and research where you're going to live, what country, if you need a passport, what your kids are going to do, where you're going to live. I mean, give it some thought, because that's the problem on why people can't escape their issues. You don't give yourself, you don't take your time back. You're constantly giving your time, and you don't take time back to sit and say, how am I going to move out of this? How am I going to do this? And you can't make moves if you don't quiet your mind, if you don't be still and know, right? And then you can start deliberately creating on who, what, when, where, and how. And then because you're setting your intentions, you're planning it out, right? You're seeing it, and this allows you to free your mind up, right? We've got to ask better questions, right? Life's answers are in the questions. Life's answers are in the questions that we ask. If you ask quality questions, you'll get quality answers. And you got to say, what is this relationship doing to me? What is this marriage doing to me? What is this job doing to me? Who am I becoming because I drink too much? Who am I becoming because I yell at my kids because my temper's bad, because I don't like my job? Who am I becoming because of this? And is this okay with me? Because if it's not, you can escape from whatever pain, emotionally, mentally. You have an escape plan now. And I've just given you 4 amazing tools that you can use now at your disposal. So I hope this added value to you, where you can understand that, listen, you have the ability to escape. You don't have to stay in your situation. You have the ability to get out whenever you want, as long as you set your intentions on it, and you're being a deliberate creator. You're taking time and seeing it. You're taking control of your focus, and you're making your moves every single day, little by little. Every day you're making moves to escape that job, that relationship, that neighborhood, that addiction. Every day you're making little moves to escape. Why? Because life's better on the other side, right? There's happiness there, right? Oh my God, I'm so happy for this. I hope this added value for you guys. Stay tuned for this next episode. I'm going to be bringing on some special guests moving forward, and we're going to talk about health and wellness, and we're going to talk about all sorts of things for women and men to really focus in on mental health, physical health, spiritual health, and emotional health. So continue to stay tuned. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. I'm on YouTube at Gerald Fears, TikTok Gerald Fears, Instagram Gerald Fears. Everything is Gerald Fears. Again, if this has added value to you and you feel like someone needs to escape from their situation and you just want to help give them some tools, some techniques, some strategies, please feel free to share this with someone. All right, until next time, this is your host, Gerald, and I will see you next time on Spiritual Talks with Gerald. I'll see you guys.